How's it going, everyone? I just wanted to make a video on the best settings, or at least the best settings that I like to use when using the Garmin Striker Vivid 7 SV. So with that said, let's get into this. So I've had this unit now for around 2 years, and so I've had a little bit of time to play around with the settings. So straight out of the package, this is what the display looks like, which isn't bad. It's not that great either. As you can see here, we are in simulation mode, and the range is just bouncing around all over the place. Not exactly something I like when I'm out there out on the water. So you could change that here. Personally, I'd like to manually set my range so it doesn't bounce around so much like you just saw. So let's just set this at 41 feet just for this demonstration. Now the next thing I would like to that I usually like to change, and this is all personal preference, I like to change the color. Default is set at rusted steel. For me, I prefer using amber. Let's go back, see what that looks like. You can see how it's pretty washed out with high settings here, or they say auto medium. But you can see how really bright this area is. You can see some noise, maybe some fish. But I like to go back into the settings. Again, auto medium, perfectly fine. But I like to be somewhere in the 70-80% range. Let's go down to 70. As you can see, now you got some shadow detail, a little more detail as compared to what it was. That's all the way up there. But again, I like anywhere in the 70 to 80% range. Let's see what that looks like. Oh. Now you can see a little bit more detail there, not so much noise. You can still see fish, those little dots. Now let's go into contrast. Let's try changing the contrast a little bit. Again, set a default. Now if we change contrast, let's wait for this screen to scroll through. Now contrast, if we set contrast all the way up, again, everything's blown out. You lose shadows, you lose some detail. You go all the way down. Now it's too dark and you can't make out any fish. So let's just bump that up. I like to be 50 is good, but you could bump it up to 60. You could see clearly, you could see a fish there. That could be a school, like a bait ball. But yeah, 50-60% for the contrast, you should be fine. And yeah, thanks for watching. That's about it. I might make another video for the side imaging, so stay tuned.